So, ayan, good day everyone. So, hopefully everyone is okay. So, for today's lesson, lesson 5, it's all about data visualization. So, definitely, ipapakita ko sa inyo guys, it's a recording of all the data visuals that are commonly being used in the industry. So, ang assumption dito is of course, malinis na yung dataset kasi yun yung lesson natin previously. So, ang gagamitin nating dataset is actually a sales of, a sale for a 1 month period. So may breakdown siya ng 12 months. At the same time, may 6 categories tayo of products, no, na hinati-hati pa natin, no, para at least mas magandang tingnan yung visuals natin in terms of breaking down into details, lalo na if we're going to go into details, lalo na kung may mga tanong yung board. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay. Ayan. So, ayan yung screen. Again, by the way, yung handout naman naka-upload sa ating module, no? You can actually run through it during my discussion para sa susundan nyo. Okay? So, paki-ready yun. And the same time, yung file nakasave din sa module, paki-download yun if you want to go also with me, no? Kung gusto nyo rin siyang i-simulate side by side together with me. Okay? So, first things first, of course, open natin yung Power BI. Okay? So, open natin yung Power BI. Okay? Tingnan lang natin, no? Mag-load ng Power BI. Ayan. So, full screen ko lang para mas ma-appreciate natin. And, i-open lang natin yung sample data. No? So, in here, pwede natin siyang i-blank report muna. Pwede naman, no? Diretso tayo sa blank report. Okay, so let's wait for a bit, no? Kasi nag-load lang siya. And then next is, ayan, pwede na tayong mag-get data. So pindutin natin yung get data. By the way, no, we will be using how many visuals? 6, no? So later on, i-discuss ko kung anong use ng mga visuals, no? So para at least we go hand in hand with, para may tina bakit natin ginagamit yung chart na to, no? Okay, so first things first, we need to click get data. And then definitely we need to load yung mismong sample data set natin. So, pasensya na, loading lang. Okay. And then hanapin natin siya. No? So, naka-Excel file siya. So, click natin to Excel workbook. If not, no, kung that CSV, pindin natin text/CSV. So, I think nagawa nyo naman na siya sa first nyo na exercise. So, alam nyo kung paano din to. So, pindin natin yung connect. And then we're going to look for the data. So dito nakasave ito, lesson 5 sample. And then you click it and then click open. Okay, so maglo-load siya. Tayo lang natin. Then definitely lalabas yung ating navigation bar or navigation toolbar. Ayan. So again, we need to click yung sheet kasi nandyan yung data. Nyo, no? Ayan, naka-breakdown siya into month, category, sales, expense, and profit. Okay, and then we're going to load. Ayan. It will take a while, definitely, kasi binabasa to ni Power BI, no? Baka kasi may mga pwede na siyang gawing automation like yung first row, ginagawa niyang column title or header, and baka yung data type, no, automatically binabasa na rin niya. Okay? So, before we do the visuals, of course, tingnan natin yung data, no, kung malinis ba. So, dito ang kasama siya malinis. Pero, just to be sure, again, we go to transform data, and then, yan, may kita natin yung data. Tingnan natin kung tama ba yung mga data type. Okay. Ayan. So kung mapapansin nyo, yung month, no, automatically kasi doon sa file, nakaganto siya, no. 1-1 is January, 2-2 is for Feb. So parang somehow maganda to kasi pwede na kapag magsusort tayo, madali yung pagsosort. So ascending, descending, so madalian, no? Kasi unlike with putting it in a word, like kunwari, the word January, may hirapan tayo sa sorting, no? So maganda kung naka-per month siya. So dito tama naman na naka-month yung data type niya. So tama naman. And by the way, automatically yung first row, pansin nyo no, naging column header na. So you don't need to set the first row as the column header. Dito automatically na. So in category, by the way, so ano mention ko, in 1 month, no? Of course, sa company, there are 6 categories. So most likely, these are the product lines. So we have electronics, groceries, clothing, furniture, books, beauty. Tapos paulit-ulit na siya per month. Okay? And then we have here the sales value for each category for each month. So dito naka-ano siya no, na whole number. But in this case, pwede nating either kasi since these are stated in terms of whatever currency, so safe is pwedeng fixed decimal number or pwedeng decimal number. So to be safe, lagyan natin fixed decimal number. Okay? So and type click lang natin replace current. And then the same goes for the expenses kasi these are all stated in a certain currencies. For this case, lagyan natin by default yung kanyang parang somehow in Excel, diba, we call it accounting na data type. Pwede rin ganun. So in this case, the profit also as well, we need to click fixed decimal number and replace current. Then check nyo lang no kung of course kung may mga anything na unusual sa data nyo no. In this case wala naman. So siguro matatanong nyo, sir, bakit ganun? Yung profit natin negative. Kaysa pwede rin maging negative yung profit. Ibig sabihin lugi talaga. So in this case no, pansin nyo for the book category for January, ang sales niya is 27,185 and then it is less than the expenses na meron tayo for that category which is 31,900. So that's in that case it resulted not a profit no but a loss. Okay, so may mga negative talaga. Okay? So kapag ganyan, I think clean naman yung data, then basically we can close this window, yung Power Query Editor and apply. So pindutin natin yan, then we will now go into this report view. So basically nasa report view naman tayo, tama naman. So ayan, nag-load lang siya. Of course, nilo-load niya lang or nire-reflect niya lang yung changes na ginawa natin sa dataset natin coming from the Power Query Editor. Okay, now pindutin natin yung report view. So definitely nasa report view na tayo. And kung mapapansin nyo, matik na meron naman tayong visualization pane here, no? So tanggalin ko lang to, no? Baka lang nakakaabala yung itsura ko. Okay. So next, of course, tingnan niyo yung handout, no? Meron tayong mga sections na gagawin dyan or parts, no? So for the first example that we have, no, we are going to create a bar chart. So meaning yung bar chart na yan, what could be the sales per month or by month. So sabi dito, no, ano bang meaning ng bar chart? So bar chart displays data using rectangular bars to show comparison among discrete regions. It is best used to compare files like monthly or departmental sales. So pwedeng monthly, pwedeng departmental or yung category. Later pwede nating laruin yung data, no? Okay, so base sa ating instruction, we are going to, ayan, tapos tayo sa go to report view. So we now go to visualization pane and select the clustered bar chart. So we need to click here the clustered bar chart. Ito to pala. Okay, so we click this, then automatically in the canvas, may appear na tawag dito na, how do I say this? Para siyang blank na visual. Kasi wala pa siyang data na tawag dito na ini-import pa somehow for now. So ngayon kaya that's why we're going to do this exercise. So yan, umappear yung yung mismong visual card, and then in the data, click lang natin tong sheet 1, we need to collapse it, no, or expand rather. And then sabi sa instruction, we need to drag the month to the y-axis. Okay. So, yan, may lumabas sa ganyan. And then, for the sales, lagyan natin sa x-axis. Okay. So, okay. Since ganito yung tsura niya, no, kasi yung ating naka-date siya, tanggal natin yung year. And then yung pwede rin quarter, kung gusto natin quarter lang, pwede rin naman month. No? So ayan, naka-ayos siya ng naka per month. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, hanggang September lang siya. Pero pwede natin expand para lumabas yung December. Okay, makikita nyo rin siyang ganyan. So, tanggalin natin yung day. So, kahit tanggalin natin, ganyan pa rin naman yung bearing niya. So, yan yung lalabas. So, good thing with bar chart, no, it will show you comparison of how you want your data to be shown categorically. So, dito month. Pwede rin naman na tanggalin natin yung month sa y-axis, no? Para laruin lang natin, tanggalin natin to. Pwedeng category siya. So pansin niyo no, so we have 6 product lines and for the whole year, naka-breakdown siya into 6 category and the sale per category. Okay? So pero in the original handout, we are going to use categories. Month. So tanggalin natin category, balik lang natin yung month. And then tanggalin agad yung year, quarter, and month. Yan, lalabas yung naka per month. Okay? Then sabi dito, we need to add data labels for clarity and rename the title to total sales by month. So, automatically si Power BI yung title, nagsasuggest na rin siya ng title. So, nakalagay na siya sa taas ng ating visual. So, ang unang instruction, we need to add data label. So, yung data label, makikita natin siya dito. So, automatically kasi guys, pag if we're going to do some manipulation or pag create ng visual, by default dito siya napupunta sa build visual. Yung pag-add natin ng data label, nandito siya sa format visual. So mapapansin niyo na saan ang data label, ito siya. We need to turn on the data label para at least mabigyan tayo ng idea ng visual kung magkano ibig sabihin ng mga bar na lumalabas sa bar graph natin. So yan, lumabas yung ating sales per month. Okay? So meaning ito ang sales per month, meaning the total category for that month or yung 6 categories na i-add natin for that month. Okay? So, sabi natin we need to also rename the title. So, yung rename the title, balik tayo sa build visual. And then meron sa baba nito, nandun pala siya sa format visual. Tapos, 'di ba, may dalawang sub-menu pa. You have the visual and the general. So, punta tayo sa general, nandito yung title. So, yung title, automatically naka-on to. If you want to, change the sum of sales by month, pindutin natin to. Then, we can change the title. So, sabi sa instruction, ang sabi dito, we need to name it by total sales by month. By month. Okay. So, yan. So, para aesthetic siyang tignan, no? Gawin natin, laki natin yung font, visual 17. Tapos naka-bold, tapos naka-center. Ayan, para maganda lang tingnan. Okay? So that is for the bar chart. So at least tapos tayo sa bar chart, no? So at least dito, to this bar chart, visually malalaman natin anong month yung malaki. So dito makikita natin, yung pinakamalaki is 0.23 million. So meaning, dito, pag hinover mo yung bar, lalabas siya na 227,789 siya. So siya yung highest. And visually makikita natin ano yung lowest. So yung pinakamaiksi yung bar, kung makikita natin is actually February, no? With 120,000. So February yung masasabi nating medyo mahina na month, no, for that year. Okay? So next visual, we're going to create line chart. So guys, kasi pag ang ating visual ay currently nandito active siya, pag yun napindot natin, pag kunwari, may kita nyo, no, parang currently nandyan yung ating ine-edit. Pag pinindot niyo yung visual, mapapalitan siya. So, if you're going to create another visual or new visual, make sure na wag mong gawing active to. So, you can actually click anywhere outside this active box para maging inactive siya so that we can add another visual. So, in this case, we are going to add line chart. So, dito, add lang natin itong line chart and may lalabas ulit na template. So, what's the purpose of line chart? So, base sa ating handout, line chart connects data points with a continuous line to show trends over time. So, dito, somehow visually we can know what will be the trend in this case. So, dito trend ng sales, no? Malalaman natin kung what month, alam natin kung anong month yung papaakyat or pababa. Okay? So in this case, yan, napili natin ang line chart and we need also now to drag the month to the x-axis. Okay? As mentioned. Pinutin lang, close natin year, quarter, and day. So may month. Ngayon sa y-axis, lagay natin yung profit. Okay, so yan, nakikita nyo, no? Yung trending, pabundok. Okay. So, sabi natin, nung Feb, no, medyo mababa siya. And then, well, in terms of profit na to, no, hindi siya sales. Tapos, yan, mataas niya is September. Talagang mataas yung kanyang sales. And most like yung expenses somehow na manage kasi may kinikita na maigi, di ba? So, dito, sabi rin is we need to enable the data label. So, sa pag-enable ng data label, punta ulit tayo sa format visual and then i-on lang natin yung data label here. So, yan, may lalabas namang amounts sa bawat data points in the line chart. Okay, and then sabi natin we need to smooth the line option for readability para maganda siyang tignan. Okay, let me check kung nasaan yung smooth line. I think nandito siya sa general. Tama ba? Okay. Isa-isayin natin. No? For sure, makikita natin siya. Lines, ito. Sa visual nga. Tapos, sa pinakababa, I think, interpolation type, smooth. So, ayan. Maganda siyang tignan kapag ginawa mong smooth yung line. So, mas madaling basahin. Unlike with solid line na medyo, alam mo yun, sa mata hindi siya appealing. Yun lang naman yun, or aesthetic. Pero at least sa smooth line, alam natin kung ano yung mataas. Okay? So, may mga through, may mga, alam niyo na, yung mga terms na ginagamit natin sa science. So, ano yung mataas, ano yung mababa. Okay? O through ang tawag doon. So in here, ang sinasabi nilang instruction is to rename the chart. So we need to rename the chart. So punta tayo sa format, dito, no. And then general, then ako naman yung title automatically. Then we need to type the title of the chart, which in here na mention monthly profit trend. So same formats, same font size 17 bold and then center. So guys, ano ko to, prerogative ko naman yung pag-set ng chart detail. It's up to you. Dito kasi para lang at maganda siyang tingnan. Okay, so we have now the line chart. So the next part, we're going to create pie chart. So yung pie chart naman, it represents data as a slice of a series showing proportion for each category. So dito may category tayo. So malalaman natin which category yung malaki through visually looking into the pie chart. Alin yung pinakamalaking chunk. Okay, it is useful for displaying relative contributions or market share. In this case, category gusto natin malaman kung ano yung biggest chunk ng sales natin. So in here, we need to select the pie chart. Ito siya. In the visualization pane, then we need to drag the category, no? Well, in the legend field. So yan, category tinitingnan natin. Sorry, wait lang. Ayan. And then automatically may legend na ng category. And then we need to drag the sales to the values field. Ayan. Kita nyo na. Automatically lumabas na siya. No? And we can turn on the data labels. No? So we go to format your visual or format visuals. And then, ano yung details label. So nakalagay na siya. And sabi dito, we need also to check yung percentage format. In this case, hanapin natin siya. Ayan, sa label contents, automatically nakalagay na siya data value percent of total. Kung gusto lang natin na, kasi dito automatically nakaset siya na may amount or the data value and the percentage. Kung gusto lang natin percent of the total, then we can do so. Pero para at least maganda siyang tingnan na may percentage na at ano yung amount na equivalent nun, balik lang natin sa data value or percent of total. Okay, so para at least mas marami tayong makukuhang insights in this visual. Okay, and then we need to rename the title again. We need to go to general, then title, then ang sabi dito, sales contribution by category. Okay, then format lang natin, 17 ulit. Okay, okay, then yeah. Okay, then there, we have now the sales contribution by category. So kung mapapansin nyo, in this case, ang pinakamalaking percentage, so dito parang visually parang magkakatulad sila, pero kung malalaki yung discrepancy or yung mga malalayo yung mga values, alam na natin na visually kung sino yung malaki. So in this case, parang magkakatulad. Pero kung visually speaking, yung pinakamalaki is yung pink, di ba? And pag titignan natin percentage, it can help no to verify our data. So in this case, so expand lang natin siya. Okay. So, ang may pinakamalaki nga is pink with what is the percentage? 19.47. So, true enough, true the value, siya yung may pinakamalaki nga. Okay, and by the way, sa ating report view, pwede natin itong laruin actually. Nari, gusto nating malaman yung category ng furniture. So, pag pinindot mo yan, automatically mag-a-adjust din yung other reports, no? So, dito, makikita nyo, doon pa lang sa furniture, in the total sales by month, ano yung break, through each month, ano yung portion ng furniture. So, automatically, bibigyan ka niya ng idea. And pag hinover mo, ayan, bibigyan ka niya ng, ng info. So, hover mo lang. So, magkano yung, okay, dito wala na. Pero ito may value na. 0.04 million. So, nasa, 40,000. Pwede natin palitan yung value na hindi siya shorten. Pwedeng yung mismong value is, siya, yung naka-decimal value siya. Okay, pwedeng ganun. Okay, dito mapapansin din natin yung monthly trend ng furniture. So, furniture category lang to. Tingnan natin ang electronics. So, makikita niyo electronics ganun din. Okay, so ang ganda nito kasi it will help you to know what is the sale of the electronics. Alam natin yung total amount, pero per month makikita natin yung breakdown and what will be the profit trend for that category of electronics or that category. Okay, so ganda siya, no? Talagang mabibigyan niya na agad sa yung mga info na kailangan mo. Okay? So next, ayusin lang natin dito, no, para sa magkasya yung mga next visuals natin. The next visual is what we call the card visual. So yung card visual, maganda siya kasi minsan nandun na yung mga values na usually tinatanong. So pag nilagay natin yung card, automatically nandun na yung value na hinahanap natin. So again, the card visual highlights a single key metric. Single key metric siya, but it's up to us if we want to add a lot of cards, pwede yun, that making it perfect for KPIs or key performance indicators such as the total profit or revenue. So in this case, we add here card. Nasaan yung card? Ito siya, yung may 1, 2, 3. Pindutin natin. Then ang pwede natin ilagay dito is, for example, pwedeng ang sabi dito profit. So we need to add the field profit here in the fields. So lalabas yung sum of profit na 60,000. So itong 60,000 profit na to, this is for the profit of electronics. Okay? Pero kung tatanggalin natin yung yung pagkaka-highlight or pagkaka-cover kay electronics, no, papakita niya yung total sales, no. So okay, so sorry ha, may kinanila ko na pindot. Remove ko lang. So mapapansin nyo, pag kinalikot ko, gumagalaw din yung card, no? So this is actually a card for the profit of clothing, no? So tanggalin natin yung pagkaka-categorize, no? Ayan. So babalik siya sa sum of profit of 685,000. So pwede rin natin gawin is sales if you want to add. So pwede naman mag-add ulit tayo ng card, no? Laruin natin. So sales ganun din, lagyan natin yung sales dito. So yan, matik sum of sales for the whole year. So gawin din natin for the profit, no? So add ulit tayo ng card. Siguro ayusin natin, no? Dapat sa sales muna yung nasa taas and then profit yung nasa baba. Ayusin ko lang, no? Yun na. I think nag-hang siya. Ayan, tapos profit sa baba. Then we can add another card, which is yung expense, pwede naman. So para lang at least marami tayong makuhang mga insights, no? So yung expense lagyan natin sa baba ng sum. Para at least yung nasa baba, profit, di ba? Yung profit kasi, yan yung sales minus expenses. Okay? So again, ayan, yan yung card. So pwede natin laruin to. So kung gusto natin malaman yung total sales, expense, and profit ng furniture, ayan, bibigyan nyo na isa yung number. Okay? So ang ganda niya. Okay? So pero dito sundan natin yung nasa form. Sabi dito, pwede natin i-rename yung card. So we need to rename each na lang. So base dito, we go to format or visual, general, and the title. On natin siguro to. At title natin dito is total sales. Actually, pwede rin naman kahit wala na to kasi meron naman sa baba. Okay? All month. Kasi redundant na. Pero for the purposes of, following the handout yan, sundan na lang natin. Okay? And then, ayan. Naka-breakdown siya into, may title na siya, no? So, pwedeng wala. So, yung sum of profit, di ko na nalagay. Pero for the purpose of discussion, yung card, pwede rin nating ilagay yung lagyan ng title. Pero basically, Matic, meron na sa baba na nilalagay si Power BI. Okay? So, yan. So, pwede, hindi ko na ilalagay ito, no, ng title kasi pwede nang yung nasa baba, no? So, in case gusto nyo lagyan ng title, it's up to you, pwede rin naman. Okay? Okay, the next is table visual, no? So, with the table visual, basically, lalagay lang natin yung table. So, sabi dito, basically, yung table, pwede natin ilagay sa ating report view. But of course, meron naman tayo talagang table na yun yung data set natin. Pero if you want to make it a visual, pwede naman, no? We add here table visual. Okay? So ito medyo mahaba to for sure. So lagay natin to kasi parang ilalatag natin yung table ulit in a format na kung anong gusto natin, no? So sabi dito, we drag the month. Okay? So month in the values field. So in this case, lagyan natin sa column, no? Yun din yun. So lagay lang natin actually, wag na yung year, quarter, and month. Tanggalin natin yung day. No? Para, ayan, may month na tayo na as a starting point for the column. And then we need here to put the category, the next hierarchy. And then, in this case, no, furniture lang. Again, kasi naka-highlight kasi yung furniture kanina. Tanggalin lang natin para lumabas lahat. And so lumabas nga lahat yung category kanina kasi furniture lang. And then, next is, balik tayo sa table, no? Yun yung kailangan natin gawin. Next hierarchy is sales, or the next column will be sales. Lagay lang natin. And then, okay, hindi siya nalagay, no? Lagay ulit natin. Okay. So the sum of sales. Okay. And then, next is expenses. And then next is profit. So, yun. Ayan. Nakagawa lang tayo ng table. Okay, yan yun. Inayos lang natin. Then sabi dito, we can enable conditional formatting for profit. So if you want, parang visually, if you want to know, in terms of color, alin dyan yung parang pinaka-okay na pag-set, no? Kunwari, with the highest value, kulay red. If for the highest value, sorry, green is yung mataas yung pwedeng profit. For red, mababa yung profit or loss. So dun visually malalaman natin kung what's the performance of that category in that certain month. Okay, so dito hanapin natin conditional formatting, no? So, punta tayo sa sum of profit, no? Sabi dito, ito yung eco-conditional formatting natin. We need to click the drop down box here. And then we need to click the conditional formatting, and pwede natin piliin, it's up to us if you want the background color, the font color, data bars. Pero in this case, ang sabi ay, wala namang sinabi, pero pwede siguro background color. Okay, so may lalabas na background color sum of profit. So for the minimum value, pwede natin sabing loss to. So it would be red, definitely. So pili lang tayo ng color na red. Okay. Ayan. Then for the highest value, it will be green. So walang green na maayos-ayos. Gawa tayo. So ayusin natin yung green, no? Ayan. So pwede natin i-drag. Medyo dark green natin ng konti. Ayan. Then yun. So and then okay. So tingnan natin yung table, for sure may coloring yan. Ayan, nakikita nyo, no? Of course, yung pinakamataas, no, na profit green, and yung lowest for sure loss yun, red. Mapapansin nyo, no, yung pinaka-dark na red here is, yung red na red is actually 23. So pasensya na sa, of course, in combination ng coloring spectrum kasi yung magiging basihan of assigning the colors for each profit, no? So yung red na red siya yung pinaka-loss. So dito lumalabas ito, si beauty for the month of February, yung red na red. Hindi dark red, no? Yung green na green, hanapin natin yung green na green. Most likely, ito, 29,000. May 33,000 pa pala and 34. Yung green na green, no? So, most likely yung 33,000. So, ito, or 34,000. Si grocery for April. So, guys, hindi ko na siya syempre detail na tingnan isa-isa. Pero, again, we can do some, conditional formatting and create some coloring para kitang-kita ko alin dyan yung highest and lowest or maximum or the minimum value. No? And of course, we need to, sabi sa instruction, we need to rename the title of the table. So we go to format visual and then general. Title, we need to turn it on. Then we can put title, ang sabi dito, detailed monthly performance by category. Tama ba? Ayan. And then 17 again kung kasya. Wag na lang, no? Siguro kita natin ng konti. Pero at least siya yung ano, yung malaki-laki yung font. Isa doon sa mga labels, no? And then pwede nating i-center. So yan, may table na tayo. Okay? Then next, we're done with the table visual. The last one will be a funnel chart. So it's a funnel chart nagagamit din. It visualizes data reduction across stages of a process. For example, from sales to profit. It shows where the largest drops occur. So in this case, hanapin natin yung funnel. Yung funnel, ito. So mag-add siya. So malamang dito na siya sa natitirang space. Then we can drag the category in the category or the group field. So in this case, kung makikita nyo walang group, but basically yun na rin yung category dito, yung group field na sinasabi natin. So we need to drag the category to the category, no? And yan. The next, we can, sabi to, we drag the profit to the values field. So yan, lalabas siya, no? And then we can sort descending, enable data label. So we can actually sort here descending. So sort axis and descending. Automatically naka-descending naman siya. And then we can enable the data label. So we go to the format visual and naka-on naman yung data label. So basically yan may mga lumalabas. Okay, so tanggalin natin yung pagkaka-filter. So we can click anywhere. Okay. Okay. Medyo nag-ano lang siya, no, lalag. Late reaction. Format, no? Pwede rin. Okay guys, wait lang ha. Hindi siya, dapat matanggal yung pagkaka-ano eh. Pagkaka-filter. Okay. Okay, so ayaw niya matanggal na. Yun lang. Kanina natanggal na siya eh. So I don't know what happened. Pero basically guys, dapat matanggal yung pagkaka-filter. Then may kita niya all throughout yung mga magagawa niyong visuals. So we can rename the title here. Sabi, go to format visual, then general. Then title, naka-on naman siya. Then sabi dito, profit funnel by category. Then again, 17. Then hold here and then naka-center. Okay? So ayan, nakasave na tayo ng mismo mga visuals. Okay? So ayusin ko lang. So basically ayan, nakagawa tayo ng ating ayan, bumalik na sa normal. Ngayon pa lang. So yan, nakagawa na tayo ng ating dashboard. So yung last step, we can integrate the dashboard which contains here multiple visuals na nagawa natin, which can be, turn in this dashboard into a single interactive report page to summarize insights effectively. So andyan, nakikita na naman natin, tama naman ginawa natin. We need to arrange all visuals neatly on one report page. So for me, ano na siya, neat na siya. But sabi dito, we need, the next instruction is to add a text box. So in text box, ito siya, nasa taas. Then sabi dito, pwede nating ilagay, Power BI dashboard. So basically, dinidescribe lang natin yung visuals na naka-group into one page, no? Company, sales, and profit analysis. 2025. So sabi daw dito, we can use consistent colors and fonts for visual harmony. So dito, hindi naman ako masyadong kulay. So pwedeng natin gawin is, of course, baguhin natin yung font na malaki-laki sana, of course, no? Siya dapat yung malaki. Kasi ito yung mismong title of the dashboard. So piliin natin siguro, I think, pwedeng 28. Ay, sorry. Select pala natin all. 28. Wala. Okay, mga 24 para short. Ayan. Tapos, ayan. then center natin, then litan natin para magkasya, no? So, yan. May title na tayo of the dashboard. So, in this case, hindi na siya kasya. So, isipin nyo na lang, no, dapat nagawa natin siya nung una, nasa taas. So, pwede naman nating ayusin. Okay, so baba natin to. Problema, of course, pag binaba natin to, I think di na kasya. So, mag-a-adjust siya. Ganun din dito, mag-a-adjust. Kita nyo, no? Nawala yung total sales per month. And then ito, lalabas dapat siya. Okay, ganun din sa ating mga cards. Okay, i-adjust na lang natin. Ganun din dito kay funnel by category. So, adjust na lang natin, no? Para lang magkasya, no? Pasensya nyo na. Okay, so, this yung trend. Pwede naman nating adjust. And there. No? Meron na tayong title. So, i-bold, gawin natin bold lang natin. Ayan. So, meron na yung title ng ating dashboard. So, ayan. Nakasave na tayo nating dashboard. So, balik lang natin sa dati. Ayan. So, nakagawa na tayo ng dashboard natin. So, we can save now our file. So, at least may dashboard na tayo. And then, actually, interactive siya. Save as. And then, ayan. Save lang natin kung ano man yung format, no? So, in this case, kung ano man yung format. So, dito sabi, your name, Rica Frente. Then, Power BI. Complete. Dashboard. Then automatically guys, extension file name naka-set siya as .pdix. So meaning is a Power BI file. So save ko lang, then ayan, na-save na siya. Okay? So, meron na tayong dashboard na nagawa. Okay? So, yun. Hopefully, marami kayo natutunan. So, with this kind of discussion or lesson, at least, I mean, for sure may naintindihan kayo and definitely it will help you to create your own visuals. So, you can now proceed to creating now or creating your visuals in your formative assessment number 2. Okay? So, thank you guys. Kung may question kayo, pwede kayo mag-PM ha. Sige, salamat.